Guys, we just had an incredible event with Andy Elliot. This is a private recap of our conference. He came out to speak to our guys. We had 1,000 people there and just over-delivered. The energy that his team brings, Evan, Ian, Studs, Danny Klein, man, Aaron Williamson, Jacqueline, you're amazing. Thank you for the message you gave to all the wives, the women, the couples, the parents. Man, I've had a lot of speakers come out to our conference, but I'll tell you this, Andy Elliot over-delivers. Brother, thank you so much for what you did and poured into the guys. Your spirit for serving people, helping people get better, it's just top-notch. It's out of this world. The podcast after, the pictures afterwards, the conference call after the event. When you say over-deliver, I don't promote a lot of people, but I'll tell you this, Andy Elliot over-delivers. The whole Elliot army, the whole Elliot family, just world-class, your kids. What a sick message you're about to hear. Let me just tell you, put yourself somewhere quiet. Get ready to take some notes because it's not just sales training, it's life training. And this is an individual that you want to get close to. Follow the channel because the content can change your life. The spirit, the energy that these guys bring can change your life if you're willing to implement it. With that being said, Andy, thank you for coming. To all the Elliot Army, we appreciate you guys. And to those of you guys that want to take some notes, enjoy the video. It's going to change your life.
Here we go. Everybody, I want you to do me a favor. I want you to listen up. There's the day you're born, the day you die, and the day your life changes forever. And I promise you, I give you my life on this. Promise. The information I'm about to give you, just like my wife, it's immeasurable. It means you can't measure it. It cannot be measured. I will physically recreate, reinvent, and change every single one of you right now. In this next hour. Everybody follow me. Are you made for more? All right. So listen, right now, I know a lot of people that think slow, act slow, don't write shit down. We ain't going to be like them. I'm going to build you to be the greatest. My wife said, be where your feet are. Where are we? Right here. So some of you right now, you got things going on in your mind, get rid of it. Because I'm literally going to brainwash you to be successful. Okay? You know what? And I'm going to say one more thing real quick. And by the way, everything is sales to me. It's like my wife sitting down having a conversation. She's like, this is not a sales meeting. And I'm like, okay, all right, hold on. Everything is sales. So this is my sales meeting right now. I'm going to let my team kick off this meeting, and then I'm going to deliver a message that's going to change your life forever. Guaranteed, okay? But I want everybody to know something real quick. They say, everyone and all the influencers say that not everybody's made to be an entrepreneur. Not everybody's made to be a millionaire. Bullshit. The deal is that you guys don't know how to prepare for it. That's your problem. You are built for it because they said I wasn't built for it. They said that people like me couldn't make it. Bullshit. When you prepare, you can get whatever you want. In this next hour, I'm going to freaking prepare you. I swear to God on my life, no matter what you got going on, you're going to freaking learn in the next hour how to prepare yourself for a life that not even you believed you could have. So get ready, okay? All right. Are you guys ready? All right, guys, we're going to see if you're ready. And listen, you guys are fired up. I love it. I want to see who in the crowd can bring it the most, right? So don't look to your neighbor. Don't look to your right or to your left. I want you to just feel it in your bones, in your body, and I want you to release all the energy that you got. I want some of you to pass out when you're done with this, okay? Can you do that? All right, repeat after me. I set the standard. I set the pace. I'm a leader. I'm a savage. I'm not average. I'm a beast. Not a... All right, guys, he's going to kick us off with the creed. Let's bring the heat and let's get it going. All right, repeat after me. Now, I'm the favorite twin, so let's really bring the heat on this one. I'm an elite sales warrior.
I will destroy my competition. I believe I can close every buyer. Success trains, failure complains. I have no ego. I have no entitlement. I have no limits. I dress, walk, and talk like a warrior. I'm ready for Andy Elliot. I'm ready to change my life. Let's go to war. Let's go. Oh, yeah.
All right, you guys are ready. I love it. All right, guys, so number one, hey, by the way, that's how we start our day every day. So everybody do me a favor, have a seat. Because right now, it's about learning. Hey, by the way, listen to me. Here's what I want you to understand. Every day, you got 60 to 70,000 thoughts going through your head a day, and 80% of them are negative. You guys got me? Okay, do me a favor. We're gonna clean your freaking mouth out. We're gonna clean your brain out. We're gonna reprogram. Everybody write that down. This next 45 minutes, 51 minutes, I'm gonna reprogram you. Matter of fact, write brainwash. You know, because they say the news brainwashes people to be afraid and scared. Am I right? Yeah, well, I'm going to brainwash you to feel powerful. I'm going to brainwash you to have a delusional belief, which is the number one rule to selling, that you can have whatever you want. And all I need to ask is, do you believe it? Because listen to me. You can get hype. You can say, I believe it. You can do all this stuff. The way that you operate tells me what you believe. Okay? So we're going to recreate our belief system. I'm here to tell you, some of you, you've been told a lie. Some of you are living a lie. And even some of you told yourself that lie. You know, I want you to do me a favor. Write this down. Doubt is a traitor. Doubt is a traitor. What do we do to traitors? We kill them. We don't really kill people. But we're going to kill them as in get rid of them. We hate betrayal. On the back of my shirt, it says, bet against me. You guys love Patrick Bet David, right? He says, may God have mercy on my enemies because I won't. I am a godly man, but I will tell you, if you come against me and my family or my business, we won't freaking harm you as in physically hurting you. We will bankrupt your ass. Okay? This is a time where you need to stand up. Some of you men in here, your wife, she knows this isn't the person she married. I want to tell you guys something. My wife, she told you guys a story when I was 39 years old. Everybody do me a favor. Wake up today, okay, or let someone else win. Go ahead. Wake up today or let your wife or your husband look up to someone else. Go ahead. You don't think she knows when another dude walks in who's more badass than you? You don't think dude, do me a favor. Don't be stupid. Be delusional in a good way, not in a bad way. Okay? All right, my wife told me I was 39 years old. By the way, I need to set the tone in case somebody don't know who I am. And by the way, I am nobody. This is about you. My mom left when I was 2, 5 brothers and sisters, raised by kids, bad freaking grades, barely graduated high school. I was rated the least likely to make it for sure. My family is 300 to 500 pounds, most of them. They're way overweight. I am not overweight. You know why? Because I understand the power in decision making. You know why? My wife trained me that I was making bad decisions. The future that you're going to have will be based on the decisions you make today. The life that you have now is because of the decisions you made yesterday and 5 years ago. Okay, what do you want your life to look like? Make a damn decision. Decide. And everything you do from this point forward will decide whether that happens. The compound effect. A penny a day doubled every day for 32 days is over 10 million. Okay? Understand the compound effect. Aaron said repetition. Do it every day. You have no idea what will happen. So 18 years old, I get in sales. I've never held more than $5 in my hand at one time. I get in car sales because it was the only place that'd hire me. You know, sales now, they'll hire you as long as you're breathing. They just hire bodies. I don't know who you are. If you're an underdog, listen to me. I come from a broken family. I never had an example. My dad's a good guy. I love my dad to death. My mom's a loser. My dad's a great man, but my dad also gets run over. And I ain't getting fucking run over no more. I'm going to tell some of you guys this. This is very important. My dad married his wife that he's with now, and he hates onions. Well, he's been married to her for 10 years. It took him to tell her he don't like onions. She cooked them in his food every night. Hey, how many of you right now, you're living a shitty-ass life. You ain't got the money that you want in your bank account. You're just like my dad. I was doing the same shit. I was programmed and trained to just lay low, lay small. You know why I built a brand? By the way, I became an influencer on accident. I want to tell you something. I use social media as an accountability tool. I think it's really important because when you post every day, real life shit that you're going through, whether good or bad, it's refreshing. People can see, dude, especially, listen, 39 years old, my wife says she's learned to live without me. She told you guys that. Very hurtful. Thank God my wife had the courage to tell me the truth. Some of you in here, in your businesses, you know what I love about PHP? We're going to make a decision right now. We're not going to walk around on eggshells around each other. If you had food on your face, would you want someone to tell you yes or no? Most of you would walk into a room, nobody would say a word. Okay? They ain't your friends. They ain't your friends. I want to tell you this. The truth is dark. When you find someone in your room, in your life, in your business that will tell you the truth, thank God for them immediately. Thank God immediately. Because that's the only way you can change. Okay, who believes in God? Raise your hand. Okay, this isn't about God. 10-second prayer. We're going to pray. You ready? God, please break us of our weaknesses. I ask you to strip us of every freaking weakness that we have. I pray for awareness in this room. I pray that every person here lives at the highest level of human excellence possible when they walk out of here. And that they never are the same again. And they look in the mirror and they own their shit. And the 2 rules to business: don't ever let anybody know your business better than you. And rule number 2, try to figure out how to kick your own ass every day. We're going to find our holes today. We're going to fix them. And we're going to leave here. And we're going to be the example. We're going to become savages. We're going to build big-ass businesses. In your name, God, amen. Let's go. That's how you freaking pray. Now, what did I say? I said, God, break me of my weaknesses. Everybody right now, only the winners can be aware. Okay? So if I come up to you and I'm like, you've seen me, I'm like, you're fat. And people are like, I don't like that. No. The people that you've been with right now don't care that you're fat, so they're comfortable with you. They don't want to push you. Patrick Bet-David says positive peer pressure. Everybody write that down. Positive peer pressure. You know, negative peer pressure would be me walking up to you guys right now and say, hey, let's go do some drugs. Like, dude, you've had a hard life. Let's go drink at the bar. No. I walk up to you and say, hey, man, look, dude, 3 things about fitness real quick. I bet you didn't know because I can tell that. Or maybe you know, but you hadn't had a real friend in your life to tell you. Number 1, when you exercise, like Aaron's talking about mental clarity goes to the roof. How important is mental clarity in business? Oh, my God. Number 2, the confidence that you lack, which I can see in your production and meeting new people, doesn't exist because you look in the mirror and don't like who you see. You need that confidence. It's up to you to get it. No one else can work out for you. Okay? Number 3, do you have something worth living for? Right now, if you're married, write the name of your boyfriend, your girlfriend, your wife, your husband on that piece of paper. Write down your grandma. Write whoever it is. Write their name down. Whoever you look up to. Okay, write down the name of your kids. Okay, for me, I've got my wife. You think I want to die in 10 years and let some man come take over my home? Listen very carefully. Success is very hard. Don't let anybody trick you. It's hard as fuck. It is stressful. You're going to enter hell to get it. You're going to stay godly, but you're going to enter hell because most people won't. They'll run for it, which means you're going to need to get uncomfortable. But most importantly, you're going to need to be around for a while. you're going to need to understand that when you go through the hell of building a big, beautiful life and business, is it hard on your heart? Is it stressful? It's stressful. So do you know what you need to do? You need to take care of yourself. Listen to me. Some of you in here, you're going to get a bad doctor's note, and it's going to go like this. Hey, your heart's 80% blocked. Good job on all the work. Appreciate the bank account. Good job. But you missed something with the 20 years that you worked. You missed a little piece. And everybody that said this along the way, you got mad at them. Listen, if you're looking to get offended, you'll find it. So when I say you're fat, you're like, oh, okay, you want to be like, hey, listen, I need to be me. I want you to love you. I want you to love you. I want you to love you. But by the way, I want you to be aware. I want you to be aware. In order for you to get to where you want to go, it's physically impossible to stay. And if you do make it, you won't be around for long. I want you to look at that piece of paper, your wife, your husband, your kids. Do you want someone else to take over when you're gone? Or do you want to make sure that you're around for as long as humanly possible? Everybody listen today. You've been warned. Okay? When the doctors report, by the way, you know how bodies are resilient? They can change just like that. I want to tell you, you can lose 100 pounds in this room. You can get jacked up. You know why I know that? Because I did. Because I changed. Because I got pissed off. Everybody write down controlled anger. I'm going to tell you this. Intensity is something that I adopted at 39 years old. And I'm going to tell you how I adopted it. So when I was 18, I never had more than $5 in my hand. Literally, I made $1,700 on my first day in sales. When that happens, your blood, it starts running different through your veins. You know what I mean? Everybody say, this is my way out. Every one of you in the seat that you're in, that's your way out. You're given the shot. Listen to me. You're given the shot. You got it right now. In the insurance space, makes more millionaires than any other industry. Come on, man. Give me an excuse. Go ahead. Go ahead. Tell me it ain't going to work. Go ahead. Tell me how hard it is. Shut your mouth. Okay? Listen to me. You're in the right seat. You're in the right company. You have the right leaders. Now it's time to change. Because until you change, nothing changes. You cannot get a new life living your old life. You cannot move into a new life if you're not willing to sacrifice your old life. You must sacrifice for what you want, or for what you want becomes the sacrifice. Most of you in here, and it's not even a sacrifice. You must understand, I promised you guys that I would build you to be the greatest entrepreneurs in the world. I was listening to some really high influencers that I respect. And they said that only 7% of people are made to be influencers. My bad, entrepreneurs. Only 7% of the world, but only 1% make it to millionaires. Let me get some water. Thank you, baby girl. Okay. Hey, that's how you take care of each other. All right. Now listen, I want to tell you guys something. So I'm listening to this podcast by these big-ass dudes that are badass and got badass lives. And I want to tell you, it's okay to think differently than them. You guys got me? Please understand this. I'm an underdog. Please understand this. I have no special tool that you don't have. I have common sense. I have street smarts. You know what I know? If I can just see someone else do it, I can do it. All I need is to see one dude do it. And I'm going to give you a story about not seeing it also. So literally, this conversation, I'm watching this podcast that just dropped yesterday. And they say only 7% of people are built to be entrepreneurs. And then only 1% of those 7% make it to be millionaires. I think that's complete horseshit. Horseshit. I don't believe that. You know what I believe? Nobody is prepared to make it through entrepreneurship. You want me to prepare you? All right. Listen to me. Be careful what you ask for. Listen, our company, 9-figure business in 3 years. People say you can't make money fast. If you do, you won't make it for decades. Fuck you. You have no idea what you're talking about. I don't know who you're hanging out with. It ain't us. It ain't us. Write down this. What does Patrick Bet David always say? Speed. Speed. Who's the greatest student in the room? Don't raise your hand. I want you to ask yourself, who's the greatest student in the room? When I tell you what I'm about to tell you, it's your choice now. You got the information. Everybody write this down. Discipline edge. Your discipline blade. How sharp is it? We're going to need you to be sharp. We're going to need you to be quick. We're going to need you to move fast. Now, the reason why I think a lot of people fall apart, and I'm going to give you the blueprint. There's 4 things. Spiritual. Spiritually, along the way, they forget who's bigger than them. They forget who their dad is. They forget that all things are possible through God, and you start thinking about how humans think. You get played. A lot of you guys are living a hoax in this room. You're going to chase your whole life. Go ahead and chase away. I'm going to make my life count. I know God's my dad, and you know what? I'm going to tell you guys something. Whatever God you look up to, I promise you this right now. You have no idea what's possible. You have no idea. And I'm going to tell you, so number 1 is going to be spiritual. It's going to be God. Number 2, physical. Please do not think you can make it without this. Right now, if I told you I'd give you $10 million, but you couldn't wake up tomorrow, would you take the $10 million? No, because you'd be dead. How many of you in here right now, if you don't decide to change, you're going to look up, you're going to get a bad doctor's report one day. Number 2, the person that made a commitment to you that they're going to be with you and they married you, they're going to move on to someone else one day that kept their word, that said they would take good care of them, that said they'd be the example to the family, because you lied. Those are false promises. By the way, are you guys leaders? Every single one of you are. You're all leaders. I don't talk to people who aren't leaders. Okay, number 1, you self-lead. Number 2, you learn to lead others. And then number 3, you teach leaders to lead and make more leaders. I'm going to teach you guys right now. This is about awareness. This is about self-mastery. Aaron said most people don't even know who they are. You have no clue. Okay? You guys watching social media all day? I love that shit. But if you're not changing, turn it off. Okay? You're only looking for information to change you, right? Dude, listen, a lot of you have stopped living your own life and you've decided to get the endorphin rush of watching other people live. My endorphin rush is living my fucking life. Okay? I want to see you win. I'm all in on that. I'll watch you for 15 seconds to get fired up. But I assure you and tell you, if I watch your social media channel and I don't see a new person every day, guess what? This fan just left. Write this down. Don't ever let your fans outgrow you. Don't ever let your team outgrow you. Don't ever let your wife outgrow you. Don't ever let your kids outgrow you. Reprove. To prove would be I married my wife. She believed me that I was going to give her the greatest life ever. And then I stopped reproving. And so shit got stagnant. She should have packed up and rolled out. She stayed with me because my wife knew I was a project. Some of you in here, listen to me. You're a project, and I love it. And you're the greatest, most dangerous project out there. But are you going to evolve? Will you, the person who believes in you, get to see you evolve? If so, when? Now. That's right. This is not hype. I'm not motivating you. I told you I would prepare you. Number 1, if you've disconnected from God, the devil's job is to isolate you. When he isolates you, he will slit your throat. When he takes you away from the truth, you're all alone. You're easy to pick off. That's when you get scared. What does Patrick Bet-David always say? Make bold moves. Can't make bold moves when you're isolated from the pack. You find your confidence in your team. Everybody look to your left, look to your right. This is a team. This is a fucking team. This is a team. You know what? You'll work for a pay plan. You'll work for a contract. You'll work for a company, a business. But maybe once in your life, you'll be lucky enough to work for a team. And I'm going to tell you, nobody's better, third string or the head quarterback. Nobody's better than anybody. I don't care about your title. Call me the janitor. I'm a freaking leader. Everything you do, every way you talk, the way you carry yourself, the way you believe, the way that you operate with your children. Mine are here with me. They go over the way you operate with your wife. Listen to me. If you can't find it, build it. You guys need to build what you've always wanted. Stop playing. Make bold moves. How do you make it happen? Number one, you get close to God. Number two, you got to make sure physically you're getting fit. Okay? If you can't give 4% of your day, 5 days a week, 4%, write that down. 4%, 1 hour, 5 days a week, you don't deserve the other 96%. By the way, I want to tell you something. If you guys can't take care of yourself, I don't think you can take care of me. Do me a favor. I see your discipline edge. I see how sharp you are. Do you guys want to walk in front of the mirror and go, that's a bad motherfucker right there? Shit. You want to be like that? Okay, how you think you do it? Physical. Listen to me. I watched my sister have stomach surgery, go back. I watched all of them go through this. Listen to me. I don't have good genes. I don't have good genetics. I'm recreating my bloodline. You are too, right now. You know what that means? Who are you? Whoever you tell yourself you are. Patrick Bet-David says, future truth. I know you've heard it, but you guys aren't living it. Future truth is you write down who you want to become. What does that person look like? How do they talk? How do they lead? Who do you want to become and what you do? By the way, this is crazy. It's crazy that you guys are on this team of PHP. You have no idea how lucky you are. You know Patrick's going to be here tomorrow, right? Listen. You better give him a fucking stage to speak on. And I mean, listen, when somebody goes to speak, the more engaged you are, if you're a preacher and you got a great pulpit, dude, you're ready to preach. You want him to bring it tomorrow, you tear this house down when he comes in here. Okay? All right. If anybody's seen the footage, you guys saw the first time I met Patrick. You know what we did? We threw him in the air. Anybody seen the footage? Yeah. The first time we met Patrick Bet-David, my team, we grabbed him, we threw him through the air. You know what the fuck happened? By the way, I could have got sued. I could have got in trouble. We could have dropped him. Hey, we didn't. He thought it was cool. He's like, who the fuck just threw me in the air? He's a big dude. I had some big dudes on my team. We threw him about 9 times, about 20 feet in the air. Hey, I want to ask you guys a question, okay? Are you worth remembering? Everybody write this down. You got to be crazy. Hey, you guys want to be prepared to be an entrepreneur? You got to be crazy. You can't make it if you're not crazy. Hey, you know what? Anybody ever see my social media channel? You know how much I get hated on? A lot. You know how many people's lives I've changed? Way more. Okay? Somebody walks by, they go, dude, that guy's got tight pants. I can see his nipples. They say some stupid shit. Hey, fuck you, I own you. I just stopped you in your tracks, bro. Listen, I want you to do me a favor. Anytime somebody's talking shit on you, say in your head, say, dude, I own you, man. Dude, I literally stopped you. I stopped you in your tracks, and I got your attention. I own you, dude. I just took space in your head. So that leads me to talk about the mental side that the physical part brings. So God, physical, mental. Mentally, can you decide who you're going to become right now? And by the way, every day you become greater. Every day you reinvent yourself. Every day you become 1% better. So my wife, and I notice I keep going back and forth from this story to my wife. At 39, when she said she's learned to live without me, what I realized is that I was making a slew of fake promises to her. I never cheated on her. I'm a great dad. I'm better than most. My mom left when I was 2. We were raised poor. Now we're making millions. Why would she say these things to me? First, I decided that, she's mean. Which, by the way, you need to listen to mean people for a minute. Because a lot of them, even your haters, are your greatest ways to self-develop because they're saying something that's got some truth to it. But I want to tell you about my wife. I want to tell you about your wife and your husband. By the way, everybody put this down. Intentions. This is super important that you understand this about my wife. My wife has believed in me more than anyone else in this world. Sometimes, I remember this time I was firing up my sales team, right? Because, I love to get fired up. And all this came together. My wife's watching me, and everybody's all fired up, and I'm getting them ready. And she goes, man, I wish I could get some of that. And I'm like, what does that mean? And she's like, nothing. I just wish I could get some of that. She's like, I've been with you for 14 years, right? I'm your greatest student. Don't you think it's important to invest in me? I see you investing in all these other people. I see you always on a conversation, making a game plan with someone else that if you got sick today wouldn't be there for you. But you're not having any game plans with me. You're not walking in the house going, babe, you're not going to believe this. We're going to grow our marriage bigger than you ever imagined. Babe, you can't. It's like it was always about business. And by the way, listen to me. This is important. This is a part of getting it all. My wife, when she grabbed my love handle, which she did, and I was fat, and she goes, it looks like you're getting a little comfortable. And I want to tell you why she said it. My wife knows that my discipline edge, my discipline blade was getting dull. She knew that what I was doing in my body was directly going into my life, was directly going in the way I see myself and the way that my children are looking at me. She goes, our son looks up to Hercules. He looks up to the Incredible Hulk, Andy. You don't look like him. And I'm like, dude, why are you trying to hurt me? And then I realized her intentions were good. Her heart is on her sleeve, and she believes in me more than anyone else in the world. I want to tell you guys something. I believe, and I know there's a lot of people that believe in you guys. Everybody can write down right now one person's name that believes in you. Okay, just one. It's disrespectful to have somebody believe in you and for you not to prove them right. If you got one person that believes in you, it is disrespectful. Okay? And you know what? I ain't letting no one down. Somebody's got the courage to believe in me. I promise you this. I've had 1 million people not believe in me. I damn sure. My shirt says bet against me on the back. It says psycho competitor on the front. I told you must be crazy. If you guys cut me open right now, you're going to see I have a different inside than a lot of people. I'm going to tell you this. Crazy people, when you cut them open, you realize they're just a little different. I really pray I cut you guys open. And I mean this like you're envisioning in your head that you're built different. Poor people are normal. Crazy people are rich. By the way, I want you to understand this. When I say rich, I don't mean with money yet. Rich people walk around with money. I don't like that. I don't even like rich people. I'm going to be honest with you, okay? If you're broke in this room, I'm your greatest fan. If you're dead Ian on broke and you're mentally fucked up in this room, I will tell you the most dangerous individual in this room. You have no idea the bounce that you're about to have if you listen to what I'm saying. You have no idea. Dude, you have no idea. Guys, I'm a pretty ugly dude. Okay? I'm going to be real. I'm a pretty ugly dude. I'm not good looking. But you know what I learned? The more I get in shape, the better I look. So I got to make sure that I understand how to get better looking. You guys, I want you to look around, and a lot of people that you see, they don't really look that way. They don't look that way. This fucking food that's poisoning us is fucking us up. Here too. Okay? So crazy. When I said rich, I mean, me and my wife were marriage millionaires before we ever had $1. We had to get rich. I have to walk around and feel grateful. You must walk around and understand that God gave you one life. You got one, dude. Make it count. And listen, a lot of you, you're your greatest coach. You're your greatest fan. You guys, you have to coach yourself. You got to be able to make decisions. I want everybody to know this. Once my wife said she learned to live without me, I looked in the mirror and I decided that day that I was a loser. And I realized that a purse full of cash, paid off cars in the driveway, and a paid off house is what everybody has told me that success meant. And I was fucking tricked. Because I got a wife that's not admiring me. See, what I love about my wife and what I'm telling you and what you'll love about me is that I'm not okay where you are because I see more in you. And my wife saw more in me, so she was going to beat my ass and positively peer pressure me to become it. I'm here to tell all of you, it's disrespectful when someone believes in you and you let them down. So you know what I did? I decided to become a winner. I'm going to tell you what winners do. They do what losers don't do. Okay? So listen to me. I was losing. I was becoming a loser. I was one-dimensional. I thought money was success. You know what I learned? This universe will give you as much money as you want. Okay? It'll give you whatever you want. Making money's easy. When you become who you need to become, making money becomes very easy. So easy. Okay? So I went and looked in the mirror. I said, dude, this ain't who I am. I needed a change immediately. I mean, today. Well, dude, you don't walk in the gym and get change in one day. That ain't how it works. But I needed it. So I walk in to the garage. I work out for 4 hours. I shave my head, and that was my change. I'm like, dude, I just shaved my head. I went from hair to no hair. Okay? I needed something now. I went through away my clothes. I need these gone now. I need to look different. Listen, when you get on this journey, you start doing everything to become different because you never want to see that dude again. You never want to see her again. That bitch is lurking in the mirror. Ladies in here, that chick that you're not, she's sitting back there. Come on back. Come on back. No, screw you. I'm going forward. I'm out. I need to see a new me. That's why the physical is so important. But I'm going to tell you what happened next. This is so cool. Would you guys stay in a relationship with somebody that constantly lied to you? That's why most of you don't like you. It's the truth. I learned it real quick. I realized that I kept telling my wife that when I come home that I'm going to be present. Listen, the key, you want to know the secret to crushing everyone? Be where you are. Listen, when I'm at work, I'm going to fucking outwork everyone. I'm going to kill you. I'm going to make more calls than you. I'm going to be more loving than you. I'm going to outcare you. By the way, whoever cares most about the client, whether the client cares more about themselves or I outcare the client, which means I care more about them than they care about themselves, wins in every sale. Every time I'm on the phone, I'm showing people that I care. I'm making sure they understand that I'm different. I'm making sure that I stand out. I'm making connections that other can't. My connection with people, my soul connects with theirs. I make sure they're like, dude, I don't know what this person's selling. I forgot what this call's about, but just tell me what I need to do. I can make that happen on that call. So when I go to work, I'm going to show up that way at work. Now listen to me. Whatever time it is that you decide, that's my dial time. That's when I'm going to work. That's when I'm going to make that happen. 60 minutes in an hour, you work 60 minutes in that hour. I will tell you, it is your brain, it is your body, it is your life. You're in control of your life. No one else is. No one else can distract you. Only you can distract you. Whatever your greatest thought is about, your life will move in that direction. So when I'm at work, my greatest thoughts are, I'm the best, I'm number one, I'm going to change these people's lives. I'm calling everybody. Who sells life insurance in here? Oh, that's crazy. Shit. All right, so when you call somebody, you want to know the easiest close in the world? Mr. and Mrs. Johnson, before we even get started, would you like me to let you know how I know if life insurance is right for you, yes or no? In the last 30 seconds of your life, before you die, because death's an uncontrollable, you never know when it's going to happen. Do you want to ensure that in the last 30 seconds, the people that you love on the worst day of their life, after you're gone, are left with a tax-free check so that they're taken care of so no one else has to step in and take care of the family? You did because you made a selfless decision today. Do you want to make sure that happens? If you don't, and you say, I really don't care what happens, life insurance ain't for you. But if you're like, yes, I want to take care of the people I love. I know that death's an uncontrollable. I can't control it. I don't know when it's going to happen. But if it does, I know I'll make a decision today that I can sleep at night like a baby every night, and I know they're going to get a tax-free check, so I'm good with that. Yep, so insurance is right for you. Let's go ahead and make this call count. I'm going to take care of that. Come on, dude. Would you like me to let you know, hey, Mr. and Mrs. Johnson, I can save a lot of time. These calls generally take about 30 minutes. But listen, I can make this a 1-minute call, or we can finish for the other 29 minutes. Would you like me to let you know how I know if life insurance is right for you, yes or no? they'd be like, oh shit, this guy's really cool. We're going to cut right to it in the last 30 seconds of your life. See? Now I'm painting a picture. Everybody write this down. I'm not here for sales training. But I need you to understand something real quick, okay? Listen to me. You can give them all the product knowledge you want. Write this down. Paint pictures. Paint pictures. You got to paint pictures. When you're talking to somebody, you got to say, what would it feel like? Okay, I think that you deserve to know what it would feel like going to bed tonight like a baby, knowing if something ever happened that your family's taken care of. I believe that you deserve to know. See? See that? If I was in your shoes, this is what I would do. See, you don't ever tell people what to do because people got to make it their idea. Everybody write this down. Paint pictures, tell stories. Okay, listen to me. Your ability to communicate, okay, a vast majority of my wealth has come from my ability to influence and persuade. And I do it through painting pictures and telling stories. Listen, you guys need to be different than anyone else in the world. I need you to know real quick, this is how you get rich. This is the secret too. So for years, it's been like the owner that like has employees. And then employees that work for the owner. And like there's been two mindsets. Do I work for myself? Do I work for someone else? Right? There's a third kind of person now. In this era that we live in right now, there's a new kind of person being built. And I've become it. I've become it. And you're going to become it now. And I'm going to tell you who this person is, okay? This person doesn't quit what they're doing now and go work somewhere else. This person, whatever they do it differently. I need you to understand the magic is to go back and the next time you make a call is to do it differently. I need you to understand this. I need you to be untamed. I need you to wear your heart on your sleeve in every transaction that you make. I need you to know that when you call someone, yes, you're giving information, but why don't we throw in a little pep talk while we're at it? Hey, I hope you're having the best day of your life. Hope life's good to you. By the way, we're going to get this wrapped up. You sound like an amazing person, one of the nicest customers I've talked to all year long. Just want to say thank you for that. Is that added value? Do I sound like I care? I do care. By the way, I do care. I am you and you are me. I am all of you in here. Patrick Bet David is you. He just could make bold moves. Being a leader is being decisive in making decisions. Some of you need to understand you're not a leader. How do I know? Because you can't make easy decisions. Is eating grilled chicken or pizza better? When you eat pizza, does it make you sharper? Have you earned that pizza? Once you start eating grilled chicken, try it for 2 weeks. When you eat pizza, you're like, oh, this is so good. Then when you're done, it's almost like being in a relationship, which I don't understand this, but I'm going to paint a picture. It's almost like being married and then going and cheating and thinking something's better and then waking up and being like, oh my God, I just ruined my whole life. When you learn what's good and what's bad, you become the most dangerous person on planet Earth. Do me a favor. Guys, I want to tell you this. You're in an era where you don't have a lot of people to look up to. Please understand this. You don't have a lot of people to look up to. You know what I'd love to see all of you do? You would make my day. And by the way, you're totally possible. Number one, it's 110% sure that this can happen if you'll get serious. I'm a serious person. Everything that I do, I like to laugh, but I do it pretty serious now. You got to wake up this very moment, and I want you to decide, you to be the example for human excellence for anyone and everyone that comes into your presence. I don't care if it's at the gas station. I don't care if it's in your community. I don't care if it's at work. Listen to me. Alpha leaders, the top producers, they break records while continuing to cheer their team on. The top guys that run around, top chicks run around, look at me, I'm badass. They're not leaders. They're high performers, but they're not leaders. Leaders make everybody better around them. Leaders have an abundance mindset. Can I say that again? Leaders have an abundance mindset. How much is this going to cost me? You know what it costs you if you don't do it? You know what it costs you if you don't learn it? Do you know what it costs you if you don't self-develop? A life you'll never get. You know what it'll cost you if you don't get in shape? You think it's hard today when you're 30 pounds overweight? Wait for 2 years. Wait till you're 60. 100. Wait till you get a heart problem. Wait till the people who once thought you were attracted and believed in and loved you give up on you because they see you don't love yourself. It's really hard for me to love you when you don't love you. You think the price of everything that I'm paying, everything comes with a price. Just which one are you going to pay? I want you to decide what price are you going to pay. So in my bedroom, in the bathroom, my wife doesn't like it, but on the mirror, it says suffer. I want to tell you, I find suffering isn't bad for me. Suffering is good for me. I need it. I don't need entitlement. Guys, I told you when I made this money when I was a kid, I learned to be great at sales. Oh, by the way, can I tell you about delusional belief? I'm going to go into suffering. That's super important. They told me that in the car business, this is 1999, that the most a car salesman could make, okay, was 120 grand a year. So I did whatever they said, and I made 120. And then I had another manager, and he goes, dude, you can make 220. That's bullshit. I'll show you my pay stub. Kind of like the Wolf on Wall Street. If I show you my pay stub right now, you'll quit your job, come work for me. The guy goes, I'll show you my pay stub. Got it in the glove box. Pulled it out, made 225. I was like, son of a bitch. I need to make that now. Because I needed to see it. But listen, I'm going to tell you something so valuable. By the way, I learned this about sales. You want to get rich? Be the greatest leader in the world. Be the best salesperson that ever existed. Don't sell to tell. Paint pictures, tell stories, sell ideas, sell situations, influence, persuade. Those are the greatest salespeople on planet Earth. They're people that are selling you with literally painting pictures, and the way that they talk, their words flow like water. They know the art of sales, which is dead. And I'm bringing it back. You guys are too. The art of sales. They know how to speak, which is communication, which is what you do all day long. Some of you in here, the way that you speak, I'm like, there's no way you're in sales. Come on, tell me how that works. You speak for a living. By the way, all of you in here are public speakers. Whether you speak to one person or 10,000 or 10 million at a time, I do not care. You may not be on a stage. You don't need to be on a stage. If you're in a chair right now and you're calling somebody, that's your fucking stage. Okay? Listen, when you speak, do people gotta want to hear you? When you speak, do you want people to be like, dude, I don't even want to get off the phone. Hey, can I just buy everything from you? I want to buy everything from you until I die. That's what I want you to do. That's what I want to see you do. Okay? So sales and leadership will get you rich. So at 20 years old, I made $500,000 a year selling cars. They told me 225 was the best, but you know what I realized? That the world was full of amateurs. You know what I realized? From being freaking uneducated, illiterate, and literally like a dummy and not knowing, I started to study people. Look around at the way people talk, the way they listen, the way they listen. Dude, in sales, I will hang you on what you say. Do you guys understand? Yeah, but this. What'd they say? And I'm like, dude, I remember that. I remember what I just heard because I'm going to use that later. Okay? If you're in sales, it's almost like you're a lawyer. Do you feel me? That's why you got to be really careful and make sure you listen. That's why you got to ask questions that trigger people. Okay? Look, Mrs. Johnson, I know that right now is a bad time for you, but since death's an uncontrollable, what would it feel like if we didn't do something right now? And I'm just saying, while we have the opportunity to, and you were driving down the road, another car was texting and driving, it's not your fault, it crashed and killed you, and your family was left without life insurance. I believe, this, listen, I don't know what anybody else believes, but I believe that you deserve to know what it feels like to walk around with confidence, to have life insurance. I believe that you need to know what that feeling feels like to know that your family's taken care of. I believe, what would that feel like if that happened? It'd feel awful. Well, the only way that we can guarantee and ensure that you don't have that feeling and that could never happen is by taking care of this right now. Hey, this is an important decision. Would you agree, Mrs. Johnson? Well, important decisions to be put first. So I don't know what you're doing, but let's go and slide this one in. Come on. Come on, man. Listen to me. Listen to me. I'm not giving you sales training today. Look, listen to my mind. What is my mind telling me? Whatever I say is going to happen is going to happen. I hear you saying no, but what I hear you saying is you want it. You requested some information. I know that we wouldn't be on the phone right now if this wasn't important to you. I don't know why that you're saying that, but I know that's not the truth. I know the truth. I know that you need this. I know that every family needs this. I know that they need to know that I know that they need it. I know that they need to know that they can trust me. I know these things. Remember I said there was 2 types, and now there's this third one, and it's called the linchpin. And the linchpin does everything differently. All of it. They make connections that no one else can make. That's what I want to see you do. Different, stand out, be unique. I don't want you to be like anyone else that's ever been in your family. I want you to be like nobody. I want you to be the one that sets the tone for everybody. By the way, can I give you something really special that's going to make you guys feel good? When you guys leave here, whose job is it to set the tone for your family? Okay. Some of you right now, your kids, you're not setting the tone for the house. You're not being an example, and you fucking know it. You cannot go another second with this. I would be heartbroken if my daughter came up to me and goes, Dad, I got really motivated today at school by this speaker that came in. What do you mean? You don't get motivated every day with Dad? Well, yeah. No, she's lying to you. She don't want to hurt your feelings. You know what I know? It's your job to bring good shit to your family. It is your job to set the tone for your family. It is your job to bring the energy to your house. When everybody wakes up, you're there telling them how the day's going to go. It takes courage to do this. It takes you literally stop following instructions. Quit keeping your mouth shut. You were good in school. I was bad in school. I'm a rule breaker. I don't want to follow the rules of society. Stop conforming. Everybody that's telling you you're okay the way you are, go look at your ATM account. Is your house paid off? Or your car's paid off? Are you good? No, they're lying to you. You've believed a lie. You're literally, your marriage, you're sleeping in the same bed. You're miles apart. You don't have sex every night. Your kids don't look up to you guys. You're living in a fucking shit life. And we're going to draw the line in the sand today. Everybody, write this down. From today forward. From today forward. From today forward. That means from this day forward. We will no longer tolerate weakness. I said a prayer, said, God, break me of my weakness. I will be very clear when you say this prayer. You need to be careful because he will break you. And you need to be broke because it'll cost you your old life to get you a new one. Okay? The way that you walk, the way that you carry yourself, the way that you look at people in the eyes, the example that you set. Listen to me. I need you guys to understand this is where you get it. This is where everything ties in. When you give, you get. Okay? You guys want love? You got to give it. You got to give it. How much you want? You give that much more. Okay, I'm a savage. I want to rip people's throats out, but also I love everybody. I love you. I love you, and since I love you so much, it's my job to show you what a real standard looks like because I didn't have one. Everybody in this room right now, wouldn't it be cool if you guys, and I know what your story is, and you know what your story is up to this point. Am I correct? When you look up next year, when 2025 gets here, what's the story going to be like? Same fucking story? Well, I want to tell you this. The cold, hard truth that I gave you today is this. I learned sales. Okay, I made about $800,000 selling cars, and I got into leadership. I made about $2.5 million. I'm making money. Life's going good. I thought that was success. And then one day my wife breaks the news that she's not proud of me. By the way, listen, I need you to understand this. Not proud of me is what I hear. That means this. 1 to 10 right now, who's the top performer in here? Somebody who's selling a lot. Okay, right? I'm going to use you, George. George, 1 to 10, how do you rate yourself? 1 to 10, 1 to 10. George says he's a 7. See, I'm looking for people in here who want to grow. Does that make sense? So, George, what my goal is that you said I'm a 1. Your 7 may be better than someone else's 10, but what my goal is for George to say, Andy, I'm a 1. Because your 1, when you become your 10, you're going to take over the fucking world. You feel me? Okay, so George, where are you at 1 to 10? He's a 1. I want to close George. 1, okay? No big deal, right? That's what I do, all right? Number 2, George is better than most, and he's proved it. But George must continue to reprove and believe that there is so much ahead. Everybody listen to me. This is a fucking secret. I'm gonna let you have it. You got to decide to change it. I told you I would equip you to be an entrepreneur. Spiritual, physical, mental. Now we're going to get to the business part. I need you to have something to look forward to. George, from this point forward, okay, in the 1800s, the average life expectancy of a human being was 40 years old. That means we wouldn't be here. The founding fathers, the people that had big visions, that were crazy. They're crazy. Do you get it? They lived to 85. Do you guys get me? Okay, average life expectancy in 1800s is 40 years old. Look it up. And the founding fathers, Thomas Jefferson, Benjamin Franklin, 85 years old. You know why? They had a future to look forward to. Everybody, I want you to know this right now. As much as I've told you that the present is the most important thing in your life, the present is a prison. Some of you guys right now, you think you're living the greatest life you'll ever live, and you have no fucking clue because you don't know that. You have no clue because nobody can tell you what's possible for you. I can't tell you. No one else can tell you. Patrick Bet David can't tell you. Only you can tell you. Nobody can see my brain. Nobody knows my heart. You guys can laugh at me. You can say I'm not going to make it. I'll build $1 billion business. How do I know that? Because I know. I know. Cut me open. I'm crazy. I know. And you don't know what I know, which is why I won't argue with you because you're not fucking me. You guys get it? This is self-mastery. This is how to become an entrepreneur. Self-mastery. And in order to create self-mastery, we need awareness. You must be aware. And if you meet someone in your life, if you are lucky enough, notice I said lucky. If you are lucky enough to meet someone in your life that will point out your flaws, I want you to say, thank you, I owe you. Do not be bitter. Do not have conflict with them. I want you to say, thank you. Thank you, I owe you. I knew there was a problem there. I'm going to fix that. Your haters are your greatest consultants. When they say things to me, and by the way, listen to me, I need you to understand something. We get 150 million views every 28 days on social media. I need you to understand something. We're streaming harder than Andrew Tate right now. Now, by the way, I don't give a shit what anybody says. Hey, I love my wife. That's my baby girl. I got one girl. You know what I got? Also, number 2, I got my kids. I love my kids. It's my job to stand up to them. Be real careful. I love a lot of people. I look up to a lot of them. But if they got one thing off, that could ruin your bloodline. Be very careful who you spend your time with. Patrick Bet David, does he got 2 women or 1? Does he honor his family? Does he give you all he's got? Does he put boundaries around his life and he's careful who he lets in his inner circle? Does he care about exercise? Does he show his family love? He's given you all the resources. The difference between poor people and rich people is resourcefulness. You guys got all the fucking resources. You guys got everything you need, but your discipline edge is dull. We're going to get sharp. So I'm going to go, and obviously I'm out of time. I want to go to one last thing. Why I have so much energy, why I will yell, why I will scream at you, why I'm more alive now than I've ever been. At the age of 39, when my wife told me the truth, I realized that she had married me one time, and I didn't keep my promise. She married one man at 39 years old. That was me, and she was with me for 14 years. That day when she told me the truth, I promised that she'd marry a new man every single day until I died. I would recreate. I'd reinvent myself. I promised she could not recognize me. I promised myself I was never going to let her outgrow me. Do you guys feel me? Never let her outgrow you. I promised I would give my team everything. Trust, loyalty, integrity. I would hold my word. I would be the standard. I would make sure that when I die, I'm going to be proud of me. Some of you are finishing this up. If you look in the mirror and you're not proud of you right now, fix it. It's your job. It's not mine. It's yours. And I know what will happen if you do. The fucking future is bright. Let's go. Love you guys.
Oh, baby, come on.
Let's go.
Guys are crazy. So, hey, babe, would you give that to Andy? Yes. Andy, if we could have you stay up here real quick, bud. You're doing a great job. Amazing. Thank you so much, man. Thank you, guys. Hey, guys, how you feeling? You guys are on fire, man. Well, we wanted to give you a gift here. One, we got you swag jacket here. You want to give that to him, but Andy, that's for you, man.
Absolutely.
We appreciate that so much. We got something else for you here. Got your name on there. There we go. But also, we want to get you something as well, man. You're a knockout guy. What I mean by that is you provide so much value. There's so much that you give to people. You can see that you're truly invested in what you do every single day. You're living your purpose. And you're truly a knockout guy. So we want to get you a signed autograph boxing glove from one of the best knockout guys ever. This is Mike Tyson has signed this glove for you, man. So we want to give it to you guys, bro. Okay. Thank you for all you do.
Thank you, guys.
We appreciate you so much, man.
Love you guys. Let's go.
Thank you, man. Thank you so much. Appreciate you.
Oh my God.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, guys. Thank you, bro. Appreciate it, man.
Wow.